Hishanki shana hinikarigiwi. Ho chunk rajara mashamaniga hingaidena. Maikate rajara Willie Baska hingaidena. Hello everybody, welcome to the Apprenticeship Program Student Achievement Ceremony for the spring semester. I want to greet you all, good afternoon, and thank you for being here to support our student apprentices who are very excited to share with you what they've learned this semester at their work sites, and they all worked really hard on their presentations. I was able to rehearse with them and give them some feedback on their presentations on Friday, and they've all done some tremendous work, and I know they're very eager to kind of get this taken care of so they can be done with it, and they're all seniors, and we'll be walking the stage this weekend at Winnebago High School for graduation, so congratulations in advance, you guys. Let's clap for them, yeah. So I know firsthand and through Caden and Terry Lee that these guys put in a lot of effort into their whole experience, and they've taken it very seriously, and that'll shine and show through their presentations that they'll share with you this afternoon. I also wanted to thank Winnevegas for hosting us again. They do a really good job each semester, and they always take really good care of us, and the food is always great, and we don't have to set up or take down. That's always helpful, and they just do that for us. So I want to give a shout out to Winnevegas and the staff. Thank you guys so much for always being good hosts, and we do have a meal that's been prepared here, so in a bit I'll call upon Hainaga to say a prayer here in just a bit, but before we dive into that, I do want to welcome Tom. Hey, Tom. I asked Tom if he could stop by and just do a welcoming and say a few words on behalf of Winnevegas. And again, they always take really good care of us. And then so I'll give the mic to Tom, and then we'll transition into lunch. So, okay, Tom.
Thank you so much, Willie. Appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
You're very welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Winnevegas Casino Resort. We affectionately say we're the cradle of the Winnebago Tribe's gaming operations, which you, I'm sure, know by now are becoming pretty vast. So last Thursday, Winnevegas celebrated its 34th year in operation here on our tribal lands. And many of our most successful leaders today were part of this program at some point. And I love having the opportunity to come by and see all of you young folks, eager, energetic, enthusiastic. Those are the things we look for when we're hiring someone to join the team here at Winnevegas, someone that's got that edge and a passion for service. So it's great to see you all completing this program. As I mentioned, the Winnebago Tribe's gaming operations continue to expand far beyond Winnevegas today. We have two very successful operations, one in Omaha, one in Lincoln. Warhorse Lincoln is on its third phase of its expansion. It's an $80 million project that is going to include fine dining, more gaming, and eventually a hotel in that location. And then the Warhorse gaming team is planning a third Warhorse casino in South Sioux City, Nebraska, just off Interstate 20 that you may have passed today when you're coming over to Winnevegas. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity for the folks here that are graduating from this class in the future that may want to start a career in gaming, whether that's at Winnevegas or one of our Warhorse properties or Iron Horse in Emerson. There's a lot of opportunity to grow and begin your career and serve the tribe in our gaming operations. So anytime you want to stop by and visit us here at Winnevegas to learn more about what we do here, we're happy to share as much as we can to help you make decisions about your future. Enjoy your time here with us today, and please let us know if there's anything we can do. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Tom. Appreciate you. Yep. Thanks a lot, Tom. Tom's always willing just to stop by and say hello, and it's always good to hear from him, and I think he does an excellent job as the GM, so we're grateful to have you, Tom. Thanks for stopping by. I know we still have some people in line, but I just wanted to say a few things before we move forward in the program. So the apprenticeship program started in 2020, and so we've been in existence for 6 years now, and I must say it has certainly come a long way, and we couldn't have done it without the collaboration and partnership between Ho-Chunk Inc., Winnebago Public School, and the Winnebago Tribe Education Department. And we've had a few individuals representing each of those organizations who've been part of the program, and then we've had new people come in, and so, but the backbone is that partnership. And so I just want to give a shout out to the school and the Tribe's Education Department and all the staff, and for all their work and support of the program over the past several years. It's made a lasting impact to our young people who have gone through the program. The original intent, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I was part of the very early conversations before the program existed, and it started with, we need more of our tribal members going into the construction field. We are always doing construction in Winnebago, and it hasn't stopped, after 5 or 6 years. There's always construction projects going on, so that need is still there, getting our tribal members into the construction field. And so that's kind of how the conversation started. And then as it evolved, the need for other trades and our tribal members going into those trades also came to light. We also need our tribal members in IT. We need them in the creative space, graphic design, and the arts. We need our tribal members in law enforcement. We need them in all these spaces that are really important for us as a community to function, to grow, and to take the tribe into the future with these very specialized skills. And it takes a whole community to get there. And I also have to give a shout out to the local businesses that have been hosting students for the past 5 years. I know the hospital has been taking students, WCHS, Ho-Chunk Construction, and geez, I don't want to leave anybody out. Here I am already listing them, but Bluestone Homes, The Big Voice, help me out, who else? Educare, the school, Wildlife and Parks, Sweetwater, what's that? Big Voice, already said that one. IT from the school, Mr. Bales, IT from Ho-Chunk. So really everyone's coming together to provide opportunities for our young people here. And so they spent the whole semester, their last 2 class periods of their school schedule was spent being transported to their work site, and they spend a couple hours there learning from the professionals in the field and receiving mentorship and really that hands-on learning that you can't always get in the walls of the school. So this experience of them leaving the school and going out to the real world workforce and learning those hands-on skills from the professionals that are working in, day out, that's valuable, that's so valuable. And they also get 10 high school credits. And this is sort of their last project of the program, so they can really take those credits. And I just want to give a little bit of that background so we understand how we got to where we are today. And I helped start the program in those earlier years. And then and Terry came onto the team, and she took over the program, grew it, developed it, made it make sense. And then Caden joined the team, and he took over the program, and he's come such a long way. And I'm just so proud of my team. I just have to show up and talk on the mic now. Before, it's like there's so many logistics and planning and communicating. There's a lot of work that goes into this event specifically. So I have to say thank you to Caden, thank you to Terry. You guys do an awesome job every semester, and you provide this space for all of us to come together to waruch and praise and acknowledge and support our students. And I know they're excited to present and share, and they also probably just want to get it over with because they're ready to graduate. We all know how that is, being a senior, and the finish line is right there, and they'll be walking the stage this weekend. So very important chapter and transition for these young people's lives, and I must say I'm proud of each and every one of you. And I've had some of these guys as students when they were in 3rd and 4th grade, and it just baffles me, and I'm just so proud of all of you. So I just wanted to say that much, give a little background on the program, and everyone's support means a lot. And thank you guys very much for being here. Okay, so at this time in the program, I'm gonna transition over to our keynote, but you could see on the program that Lance was gonna be here to be the keynote, but he called me earlier and said, he sent me a picture. He had not just a flat tire on the side of the interstate in Missouri Valley, but it's like in shreds, like the tire's like all shredded. And I was like, geez, I'm just glad you're okay. I was like, okay, don't worry about the event. We'll roll with the punches here. I started making some phone calls, and then I knew Aaron was gonna be here, Aaron LaPointe, and I asked him if he would fill in for Lance in his absence while he kind of figures it out. I even messaged him, I was like, do you need one of us to come get you? Like, let us know. But don't worry about the event, like, take care. I'm just glad he's okay. So, but I want to acknowledge and introduce our speaker, Mr. Aaron LaPointe, my little bro, and he's the CEO of Ho Chunk Capital. So, Aaron, thank you. There you go. Thanks for doing that. Appreciate it.
You guys are stuck with me, so. But first of all, I want to thank Kaniga for that prayer, and I want to thank everybody that had a hand in making this possible today. I know this isn't easy to coordinate sometimes. There's a lot of people that do things behind the scenes to make this happen, so I want to thank all of you that had a hand in making this happen today. And as Willie said, Aaron LaPointe, I'm the CEO of Ho Chunk Capital and the Chief Investment Officer of Ho Chunk Inc. I've been with Ho Chunk Inc. for over 10 years now. It was my first job out of college. I was at Ho Chunk Farms and slowly kind of made my way into other different roles, and I've been the CEO of Capital for about 2 years now. But I didn't prepare to come up here and talk to you guys today, so I'm just gonna kind of freestyle it and find a way to make it relevant to today. But first and foremost, I want to congratulate all the participants for getting through this semester. And I also want to congratulate the seniors that will be walking across the stage this weekend. Wish you good luck in whatever you choose to do, whether that's college, whether that's trades, military, whatever that is, join the workforce, whatever your path has for you. I just want to encourage you and wish you good luck on that. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about as I was driving over here trying to think about how I could share some information that maybe motivated our young participants here. And one of the things that has recently come up, we just did some interviews, and one of the things that, one of the questions that I got asked was one of my biggest takeaways from the internship and some of the things that I was able to do through the internship. And really, one of the biggest things that I took away from that, and I know this is the apprenticeship program, you guys are a little younger, you guys will all be interns here pretty soon, but one of the biggest takeaways was I got to participate in some spaces, and I hope you guys maybe got that opportunity very slightly in your program, but I got to participate in spaces where executive leadership, top leadership were making decisions, and one of my biggest takeaways was I got to see tribal leadership, tribal membership in leadership roles at Ho Chunk Inc. They were executives, they were the people making all the decisions were tribal members, and I was a young professional at that time. I was still in college, and it really helped me understand that hey, I went to the same school as that guy. I'm from the same community as him, and he's in this sort of role, and I seen myself that maybe one day I could be in that position. And I hope that I can help represent that for you young people, that I was a Winnebago Public School alumni, class of 2010, and I was in the same classrooms as you guys, all that stuff. And through many different ventures in my life, it allowed me to get to where I am today. But I know we all have certain hardships and different things like that, but it's truly up to you guys as individuals of what you want to be. There's no boundaries, there's no restrictions of you one day being at the top. It's truly up to you guys, and you guys have to make that decision for yourself. And you guys, especially you seniors, are getting to that point where you're going to have to start making those sort of decisions, whether it is going and advancing your education or whatever that looks like. But I just want to encourage you guys and kind of, I don't know, be that living example of even though we come from Winnebago, even though we're tribal members, we can really do whatever we want. And it's truly up to you. You can have mentors, you can have support systems that help you, but at the end of the day, it's truly your decision. And I want to encourage you all to do that. And I just talked about this program today. I went and visited the Legacy Learning Program. They're doing a home out at the Kelly projects. And we were talking about that development program that Ho-Chunk has developed and the cool things that they're doing and how it's exposing some of our young professionals to the carpentry area and different things like that. And some of them are like, yeah, I really like this work, it's great. And some of them, maybe it might not be the path for them. And so I mentioned this program today when I was talking to the participants, and I was like, it's the value of understanding whether you like it or not, is a huge takeaway. I think if any of you participants were in a placement that you were like, man, I could see myself doing this for the rest of my life. Well, there was a ton of value in you participating because now it's helped you identify your path forward. But for some of you that maybe were in a placement where it doesn't quite align with what you're thinking, or maybe you thought you liked that and then you participate and you're like, man, I don't see myself doing this for the rest of my life. There's a ton of value in that too, because there's time and resources that you would have allocated towards that goal, and in the end you wouldn't even have liked it. So if you guys found your placement, you guys found your ideal area of work, I'm happy for you. And if you identified a space that maybe you don't see yourself working in for the rest of your life, I'm happy for you too, because now you can transition and find your path forward in whatever way that makes sense to you. So I guess I don't have a lot more I have to give Lance's nephew a shout out. He told me that's the only thing he requested I talk about was give Josiah a shout out, so I got to do that. But I also want to, again, thank Willie, thank the Winnebago Public School, thank the Tribal Education Department, and this is a great example of when a lot of different entities can come together and work together towards a common goal. We can do amazing things like this, prepare some young people for the next stage of their life. So thank you all, and I'm going to turn this back over to Willie.
Thanks, Aaron. Okay. So as you can see, this is a very big deal. It is a very transitional moment in these guys' journey. And thank you for letting us be part of your guys' journey. We're very proud of you. And thank you again to Aaron for filling in for Lance and giving those words of encouragement to our young people here. Okay, we are going, I believe we're at the student presentation piece. Is that right, Kaden? Okay. So we probably want to transition to that. So just to give a quick heads up to our Ho-Chunk Inc. construction team, you guys want to start making your way up here, and then Kaden will get your presentation set up here. And while that's getting set up, I just want to acknowledge some of the sponsoring and participating organizations and businesses. So thank you to Ho-Chunk Construction, the Wodok Youth Organization, the Winnebago Tribe Wildlife and Parks, the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System, and the Big Voice Radio. Just want to thank each of those groups because, as you can see, it's a very important job to mentor and guide and advise these young people. And so thank you guys for taking students and being part of the apprenticeship program. So thank you to those organizations. All right, with that, we'll go ahead and turn it over to our first student presenters, and I'll let them introduce themselves. So take it away.
Good morning, everyone. I want to say good afternoon, everyone. And I'm Jaden Reeves.
I'm Ricardo Littlewalker.
My name is Jared Doxey.
My name is Aaron Hewlett.
And today we're going to be talking about our experience with Ho Chunk construction.
Okay. All right, you guys already know I'm Ricardo Little Walker. I'm 18 years old, and I'm a senior at Winnebago Public School. I'm an enrolled member of Ho Chunk Nation, and my parents are Bobby Medina and Vincent Walker Sr. And after high school, I plan on joining the Marine Corps. And in my free time, I like wrestling, going for walks, reading, listening to music, working out, fishing, and just spending time with my family and friends. Next.
As I said, my name is Jaden Rave. I'm 18, and I'm an enrolled member of the Winnebago tribe. This would be my 4th semester with the program. My hobbies include lifting weights and fishing, and my desired college to get into is WIT, which I have gotten into, and I have been accepted into their cybersecurity program. So, my parents are Jerica Rave and Derek Little Bear. My grandparents are Stephen Carnes Sr., Heather Little Thunder from my dad's side, and on my mom's side it's Ira Rave Sr. and Jenny Parker.
My name is Jared Doxey. I'm enrolled into the Winnebago tribe. This is my first year with the apprenticeship. And after high school, I plan to attend the University of Kearney, Nebraska to continue wrestling and work towards my degree to become a teacher. And what I like to do in my free time is I like to stay active, mostly wrestling and just doing some sports outside, stay moving. Take family time serious, love spending time with my family and friends, and I play video games a lot in my free time.
Hello, my name's Aaron Hewlett, and I'm 18, and I'm not enrolled, but this is my 2nd year in the program, and my dad is Patrick Edwin Hewlett Jr. My mom is Azucena Reyes, and my grandparents are Mary Ann Logan Hewlett, and my granddad is Patrick Edwin Hewlett Sr. And after the military, I plan to join the Marine Corps, and I like to show up on time and spend time with my friends when I'm at work. And when I'm at home on my free time, I like to spend time with my family, my siblings, or use my phone and play with my siblings.
Our experience in the HCI construction, our supervisor was Jeff Gorsett, and we also worked with Raul Laura, and we were responsible for just giving our 100% effort in what we're doing and wearing our proper protective equipment, our PPE, and just keeping the work site organized and just learning how to use safety tools, like learning how to use power tools safely.
A couple of things we did at the work site was building a table to hold building a table to hold like the plans, the documents, and all the important stuff. We also made sawhorses just from and installed backing. We also made this shed. We didn't get to keep the shed, but we made it.
All right. We also he showed us obviously just the blueprint of the whole building and the structure and how it is, and just we also used. Oh, this is our last project we made, and here they are. We made the bench. This is just the progress, and that's just some tips. He showed us how to just cut a straight line, I guess.
How do you use it? Show me some. This picture, I'm just kind of holding all the tools we use in our everyday basis. This is the progress through our shed, put on the roof, and all the supports we needed in. We were having some troubles with our door for our shed, and Drayden was helping us sand it down and make it all one straight line. And this is from some of the first weeks we got to the work site, and this is us making the sawhorses here. How do you click this? You got it.
The things we learned at our work site, we learned how to read a tape measure without having to have like where it showed the numbers on it, and the basic information you need to use or to build like a house and one day. And we watched like videos like that for when we come to our work, did quizzes, bell ringers for on the first day of the week on Monday, and he taught us how to use helpful tips to use the equipment and make it easier to work at our jobs if we decide to after high school. And most importantly, what we learned how to do was staying safe while we're at our work site and respecting others when they're working.
The apprenticeship taught us, how to work in a real environment. It gave us a head start on how the real world works.
Okay. But yeah, we appreciate the apprenticeship, and just I'm thankful to have this opportunity, I guess, because this is my second year, and yeah, I don't know. That's all we got to say about it.
Open to any questions.
Did that hire you for a small job this summer?
I'm not too sure about that. What was that? Oh. Okay, is that it?
Hire you for a small job later.
Yeah, hopefully they do.
If we get paid. No, not really.
Should I say that one time with a hammer?
No.
I have a question. Does this career or did this placement help align you guys with your future educational and career goals?
Do you want to start off?
I can start off.
For me, no, but it did teach me some skills I needed to learn, like fixing, like backing and all of that. So I'd say it gave me some valuable skills. I wouldn't reject them.
I'd say it did teach me a lot of things about like just work in general and your work ethic and the importance in safety and showing up on time and communicating, and also just making new connections.
For me, no, but it did show us how it was in the real workforce and how it was to work as a team. But yeah.
I thought it was gonna be easy, and because it was just a hands-on job, but turns out you gotta work by step. That's what I learned for that shed. I thought we could like start off with like a wall or something, but we start off with the base at the bottom, the floor, the board.
All right, does anybody have anything else? Thank you.
I thought you were gonna say some more. All right, good job, guys. All right, they set the bar, right? That was a pretty good presentation. And while we get Josiah and Kevin and Wodak Hodak's presentation up, you guys go ahead and come on up. I think our construction apprentices brought up a really good point, and good job answering the questions too. Like when they kind of go off script, they very natural, and I loved the answers. So one thing we tell the apprentices each semester is that some of them, they're exploring a field. Versus, I know I want to go into IT, so I'm going to go through IT. In fact, Drayden spent, he said this is his 4th semester. His previous 3 semesters, he was with an IT team with the school, and that's the career path and education path that he wants to pursue. But this semester, he chose construction to explore it. And whether you find your path or you decide that, maybe that path is not for me, that's still a win, because the whole point is to make an informed decision after you graduate. So they're taking it all in, and it's going to help them make decisions after they graduate. So good job to the first group. And with that, we'll turn it over to Josiah and Kevin.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Caden Harden. This is my 2nd semester working with the apprenticeship.
Hello, everybody. My name is Josiah Morgan. This would be my 2nd time working with the apprenticeship program, and I'm gonna hand back over to you.
So my name is Kevin Harden, and I'm an enrolled member of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska. My Ho-Chunk name is Hapumaniga. That means walks in the good day or a good day walker. And my grandparents are Fran Sharpback. She's right over here. And my joker is Frederick Harden.
As I said, my name is Josiah Morgan. My mother is Alpha Morgan, alongside my parents, Pearl and Dwight Morgan. Might know them in the community. I'm from Winnebago, Nebraska, part of the Thunder Clan. And I'm currently in 12th grade, about to graduate. I'm excited. And I'll be graduating May 9th. That will be the ceremony, 2 p.m. Good.
So we were placed just kind of in the, just the Ho-Chunk building, Winnebago. You see it like it's on the same hill as Big Voice and St. Augustine Church. And our site supervisor is Jordana Bash. She's right here.
Our responsibilities, we're doing workshops, whatnot, drafting, reviewing, finalizing scripts, whatnot, and also editing and filming, photography. We created a couple of our projects, and I had a really good time with it. Editing and filming takes a lot of time. A lot of brain power, in my opinion. I thought it would be easy, but shoot, it's a lot more than filming, editing. It's not as simple. But
Tell them about that picture.
and the picture up here, we had a session with what's her name? Savannah. She is actually a photographer around the community. I'd say she's a pretty good photographer. She taught me a lot about lighting, and lighting determines whether your photo or your shot, it sets the tone, I should say. And I feel like lighting's a really good thing to know, especially in film and whatnot, post-production. Yeah. Good. What I've learned through this program and with Photo Kodak, just mixing, mastering tracks, meaning using the program Adobe. It's an editing software. You can input your videos or photos, like Adobe Pro or Premiere Pro. Yes, Premiere Pro or After Effects. And composing scripts, to be honest, that was probably my least favorite part, but it's required though. It's necessary to have a script, to have some sort of guideline or structure to follow. If not, you're going to be running around, without your head. And shot lists, I'll say they're also important. Determine what are shot lists. They are, I'd say, just a list of shots, how you want them to look, like a particular shot. You write it down, whatnot. It's like a planner, right? Always have to have a planner, structure it down, whatnot. Yeah.
So I learned about the 3-act structure, and it's basically like the same as like reading a book. You know, you got your first act, that's your exposition, setting up the conflict. Second act, that's your rising action. Third act, that's your, resolution would be the second act, but third act is your following action. Or no, I had climax and resolution. Yeah, that's what it is. And then elements of pre-production, that's storyboarding, shot lists, and treatment. So what I did, I kind of got to handle like all the audio equipment. So I'd be recording, he'd be holding the microphone, and I'd be the one game staging and recording everything. And then I also got to compose some little tracks for our projects.
I think it helped me just with video editing. Before I joined the program, I like editing a lot and making videos, just small passion projects. And I feel like this program helped me out to explore and branch out what I actually film is like the depth of it. So there's way more than just pulling out a camera, recording, and then edit a little bit. It's way more than that. So it definitely helped me out with how to set up shots, how to edit, and compose tracks. My plans after high school are to attend to Little Priest, to major in business, and I want to transfer to Wayne to get my master's so I can be something in life.
So I plan to attend Wayne State, and I'm gonna be doing this little program they got. It's music industry, and that's basically a business degree and a music degree kind of all rolled up into one.
This QR code will show us to the website, Kodak. And if you want to watch any of our projects that we made throughout the course of the program, you can scan the QR code right here. I'd say it was a good time. I had fun. Me and Kaven both composed videos. So if you want to get to check it out, this one would be the honor video that I made for my Kaka. It's a good time, fun. And I really liked it, the interview here. So, but any questions, comments? Yes, over there in the yellow.
What was your favorite part about it?
My favorite part about this, at least in the program with Wodo Kodak, was editing. Though it was kind of, I'd say, hard and tedious. Just editing videos and tracks, that was probably my best moment. Okay.
Best thing I happened to I really like to just like compose music on the laptop. That's basically what I did for a lot of it.
Any more questions? Yes.
So I worked with you guys throughout the program, and can you guys talk a little bit about film and media as a tool for cultural preservation. Can you guys sort of elaborate on some of the things we talked about?
Yeah. So with Wodak Kodak, the whole purpose and whatnot for the program is to create videos for the youth, teach them and how to film and edit and do a lot of things in the film industry, and to preserve culture. I feel that's also a big part of that with the Wodak Kodak program. And I think it does a pretty good job at teaching younger youth on how to make videos, film, edit, do all that, but with the intention of using that knowledge, using that power to preserve Ho-Chunk culture. And not many of our historical elements and whatnot are not documented per se. They are on paper, but through film it's more engaging, I feel like. But yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, so like the point of Wodak Kodak is just, like she said, preserving our stories that might otherwise be lost to time. So a lot of that is emailing our community elders and asking them like if they have any wisdom or knowledge to share.
Any questions? Any furthermore? Alrighty. Thank you very much. And the mic back to you.
Good job, guys. I'm gonna have you wait up here just a bit. So usually after the student presenters, first of all, good job, gentlemen. Usually after the student presentation, we like to give an opportunity for the site supervisor to say to give any remarks on their experience. We didn't have anyone from Ho-Chunk Construction. The site supervisor was unable to make it, but we do have the site supervisor for the Wodak Kodak and these apprentices. So that would be Jordana, my niece, Jordana Bass. So I'll turn the mic over to you to say a few words, and then we'll move forward in the program. All right.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Just to kind of quickly introduce myself, my name is Jordana Bass. I am a member of the Winnebago community, and I had the opportunity to work with these two very intelligent gentlemen. And so just to kind of give you guys a little brief about what we do at the Wodak Kodak Youth Organization, we sort of talked a little bit about it, but this is actually our third year going on with our program, and it actually first started back in 2024, where I partnered with Indiducation, and Sandy Mackey Scott is also the partner. Kind of how we got started was really just wanting to give the opportunity to some of our youth that might be interested in film and media and in creative arts in general. So it started with us wanting to start a film camp and really just wanting to bring the opportunity to these guys to be able to expand on their knowledge and their experience in filmmaking and arts and media. Because I feel like, growing up in the community myself, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for youth that are interested in basketball and sports. But to me, I feel like there's not a whole lot of opportunity for youth that are interested in, in music and whatnot. So really, that's really how this all started. And just really wanting to be able to mentor and work with some of these youth and really teach them how to be hard workers and put in a lot of passion in some of the work that they do. So I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about Vision Maker Media, who is actually our major grant funder, and they funded us since 2024. So I just wanted to really give a shout out to them for allowing us to, get our mentor stipends, our youth stipends, and a lot of our program equipment has come from Vision Maker Media. So I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about, our program and what we do. And these guys really taught me a lot about what it means to be a good leader and, listening and being able to, work together as a team to bring these creative ideas to life. And really a lot of it too is really just to get them thinking creatively and using these creative ideas to create media. So yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, and these guys did a really good job. And I'm also really proud of you guys for completing the program, and I just hope that you guys, continue on in your education and be really good stewards and, leaders to your communities. And yeah, that's kind of what I want to say to you guys. Yep. But I got something for them too for completing our program, so let me give it to them.
You do that right now?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. This wasn't part of the program. Just kidding.
We just got some outreach items I want to give to them.
Oh, some swag.
Couple things with our logo on it, so really enjoyed working with these two guys. They're pretty funny, so.
Awesome. Good job. And Jordana made a really good point. That I think that's one of the things that makes Wodak Youth Organization so important to our community, is because it provides that space for our youth interested in the arts and in the creative arena. So whether that's music or graphic design or photography, the Wodak Youth Organization has the supplies, the equipment, the capacity, the structures to provide that space. So, and is this the first semester that Wodak participated?
First semester
Okay.
with the apprenticeship program.
Okay. So this is the first semester that the Wodak Youth Organization sort of partnered with the apprenticeship program, and then boom, right there, now there's more opportunities for our youth. So shout out to the program for your mentorship and the resources and the opportunities. Quick housekeeping thing, Caden did want me to mention that there is a lot of food left over, and there's also to-go boxes back there. So don't be bashful. I know you're all Winnebago and from the res, and we're not bashful with leftovers, so be sure to make a to-go plate. And for anyone who just arrived, please help yourself to lunch, and welcome. Okay, who do we have next? Okay, so if we can get the Wildlife and Parks apprentices to take the stage, and we will move forward there. Go for it.
And then also I just want to mention that we'll just use Anthony Earth's prayer to cover the cake. And some of our helpers are cutting the cake right now, so they'll be passing out those soon.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Elijah Weiber, and today I'll be presenting you our lessons and experiences in the apprenticeship program with Wildlife and Parks. And we'll start with introductions. My name is Elijah Weiber. I am 18 years old and a senior at Winnebago Public School, which I will be graduating on Saturday. My mother is China Price, and my grandpa is James Price Sr., who I was raised by. I am a descendant of the Winnebago tribe and a member of the Wolf Clan. My plans after high school are to attend Morningside University, where I'll be playing football and majoring in business management and minoring in sports management.
My name is Demetrius Walker. I'm 17 and I'm a member of the Ho-Chunk tribe. My Ho-Chunk name is P-Hoshkaga, which means white forehead. And I plan to attend Little Priest Tribal College for health services to help me become a firefighter.
My name is Ralphin Freebass. I'm a senior at Winnebago Public School. I'm enrolled in the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska, and this is my fourth year in the apprenticeship program. I went through a lot of different workplaces. Been here at Wildlife, Ho-Chunk Construction, and no, that was it. And my parents are Jessica Freebass, back there recording, and my dad, Quincy Bass. And after high school, I plan to attend Fort Lewis College in Durango and major in my adventure education degree and try to get a good life going out there.
Aho Hanipi Hinikariki Wina. I greet you all. My name is Cash Snowball. My Indian name, the name that was given to me, is Wozipka, which means short-legged bear, or bear that is hunting. It was given to me by my choke boots, As most of you may know him as Tommy Snowball Sr. My dad is Tommy Snowball Jr. And some of you may know him as Hodge. Yeah, I'm currently at Winnebago High School, graduating, obviously. But I'm an enrolled member of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska. And after high school, I plan on attending Northeast and to get my associates in, I think it's electrical sciences. And then after that, I'm gonna go get my master's in, forgot what it's called, electrical engineering. And yeah. So about our placement, we were placed at Wildlife and Parks in Winnebago, Nebraska. We were placed with Sean Bear, Kenny LaPointe, David Winget, Joel Parker, and my Choco Pete Snowball. And there's Kenny LaPointe right there. Some of the responsibilities we had, obviously, picking up trash in hunting areas and chopping the wood, feeding buffalo, just things of that nature.
Some of the lessons we learned a lot about the wildlife, about what they need, about how we need to keep our res clean for them. We learned how to communicate with each other to get our work done, and working together to do whatever we need to do to keep the res good, and problem solving.
And I also want to talk about the people we work with. I want to just mention that they're very, very cool people, very funny. They made every day enjoyable. Had always good laugh with them. Key lessons: wildlife, very important. It's a lot of wildlife out there. The res is bigger than we think. There's a lot of land out there that needs to be watched and looked over, and that's our job to do that. And I think we do it very good with the wildlife program.
Rob, can you talk about that picture in the previous slide?
Yeah, that picture with the buffalo. I actually wasn't here for that. That was last semester with Demetrius. Can you talk about that?
That we were cutting up a buffalo to chop it up for its meat. We harvest the buffalo and sell it, at Wildlife and Parks. So stop in if you want some buffalo. Yeah, that's what we were doing. Some of our experiences are right there. Actually, that's a immature eagle that they found in the woods and brought it back, and they sent it to avian hospital to help it get better. And are these videos working? These videos aren't, I don't think they were gonna play, but will they play? No. But in that video, we were herding the buffalo so we could, what were we doing? We were selling them?
Yeah.
Yeah. And same with that one, that's the same day. You wanna talk more about that?
In that third picture right there, we had a herd, all the buffalo, and we had to get, it was 3 of them in that thing, and it took us like 2 hours to all get them in the trailer. So that's what we was doing in that picture. And they are very dangerous and mean, so you gotta be careful with those animals. Any questions? My favorite moment working at Wildlife was, I want to say, working with the buffalo, because I've never been like that close to buffalo or like known anything about them. So they're very cool animals, very strong. So it's working with the buffalo.
My favorite moment is probably a day. It was we didn't really have anything to do, so they just said we could go take the side-by-side and go fish, and she went, caught some fish, had a good time.
I've had a lot of my favorite moments at wildlife and parks. Had a lot of fun. There's a lot of times where we just get whatever we needed done, and then we just hang out and have fun. You know, honestly, the day-to-day shenanigans with my boy Rockman, you know, very fun. It was a good time, and you know, I got a lot of good memories during that time. And yeah, one notable one is there was this one day, there was this like a little puppy had arrived, and we're just playing with the dog, and yeah, Rock named it LeBron. But yeah.
This wildlife and parks apprenticeship program was super fun. It did help me with what I wanted to do, and when I get out to college, showed me a lot about wildlife, and I took it very serious when I was out there, while having fun. Obviously, you gotta make it fun. And yeah, I'm very glad I did this, and I'm also glad for Ho Chunk Inc. for my last couple years I did the apprenticeship. Also taught me a lot with what to do when I'm at home. I got problems to do, have no one to call up. I can do it by myself since I know. And yeah, love the apprenticeship a lot. Thank you guys a lot.
Any other questions?
I want to say roughly 40 to 50 buffaloes. Any other questions? Aaron.
What is your most difficult part working for wildlife?
I would want to say everything wasn't too difficult. I say picking up trash was probably the most boring part, but it wasn't difficult at all. Herding those buffalo and getting them in the trailer was pretty difficult because they just don't listen. It takes hours, so that's probably the most difficult thing.
I'd say the most difficult thing would probably be like the physical demands of the job. You know, there's a lot of walking, a lot of lifting, and you know, you just got to be able to keep up with all of it.
Yeah, it wasn't really too hard, you know. I work construction, so my past 3 semesters, so it wasn't really that challenging. Nothing really physically demanded me or anything. It was just, you know, I got to work and do what I love and hang out with my friends.
What was the question again? Oh yeah, the hardest thing. Yeah, it was definitely, I think, just being there sometimes, because you know school is tiring. We have all the school, then we got to show up to work, which you know sometimes you want to go sleep, but you know stuff got to get done, knowledge need to learn. So yeah, my hardest part.
Thank you guys for your time and attention.
Good job, guys. Great presenters. See, they're naturals, right? They just get up there and they just get the job done. So very proud of them. And I think next we have Javiana, if you want to take the stage here. And there is cake being passed around. So if you didn't get one, maybe just raise your hand and someone will bring one to you. Yep. There's extras. Oh, so if you want an extra one, that cake was pretty good. I didn't know there was like cherries in there. It was delicious. So, but yeah, there's extra slices, Janelle said, so help yourself. And with that, I'll turn it over to Javiana. Here you go.
Hello, everybody. This is my presentation for my experience here with the apprenticeship. I was placed with the Winnebago Comprehensive Health System. As I said, my name is Javiana Lorraine Chavez. My whole chunk name is Ni Mashgawanga, which means strong water woman. I was adopted into the Fish Clan whenever I was 5 years old. My Lakota Sioux name is Chante Washdewi. It means strong-hearted woman. I'm an enrolled member of the Omaha tribe, and my mother is Heather Baxter. My grandparents are Barbara Baxter and Charles Baxter, but I was also raised by my grandfather, Robert Russell. Oops. I grew up with them, with the whole Russell family, since I was 2 weeks old, so they play a huge role in my life. I am a certified nursing assistant, and I have been employed. I've been employed for about a year now. I work with Tri-State Nursing, though I am kind of taking a break right now due to not having a car to travel. Let's see. My placement was with the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System with the Public Health Department. I've been to a lot of areas with the Public Health Department, such as the outreach, the nursing. I've worked with counselors, and then Felicia as well. And I had a great experience. I learned a lot of new things. My responsibilities and projects. One of my first projects that I did was bingo with the senior citizens with Angelica. We had a lot of fun. I helped create the bingo cards using Valentine's words and things like that. Here's me working with some people. One of our oldest community members, Anna Rose, she had a little hard time hearing, so I was sitting there helping her. Those are some of the bingo cards, and then another elder enjoying herself with a lot of the props that we brought. A few other responsibilities were helping with anything needed. Shadowing, I went on home visits and learned a lot about what the nursing system does, and they include a lot of our elders. Yeah. Let's see, my career interest. This picture is from last year. I competed in the Skills USA. It's where we do a lot of tests, and I placed 10th out of 25 people for, what did I do last year? Oh, I did CPR and first aid, so it's like a live interaction. You get tested on that. I found a lot more interest in wanting to help families through the Wojaki programs, cherishing families. I also have an interest in going into social work and nursing as well. Let's see, things I learned. I learned about the doula programs, which is Mimi K is one of them that I have worked with. She would be there helping a lot of people throughout their pregnancies, before giving birth and up to 6 months after birth, I believe. They're just there to help you along doing anything that you need or going to appointments with you. I also learned how inclusive the senior citizens are. A lot of people like to involve them with everything. And then also the Cherishing Families Health Educators. This is a picture of me and Jordan Bathurst. Actually, she was my sister-in-law, so she's known me since I was really little. So it was really easy working with their program. They made me feel really welcomed and taught me a lot about what their program does. For my future and academic goals, I plan to apply for the new daycare this summer. One of my friends does work there, and she has said that they probably will be having applications, and that's another thing that I want to explore. I've worked with the elderly, and I have an interest in helping people. and caring for others. So I think that would be a good experience for me. I plan to attend Little Priest Tribal College and soon transfer out to get a master's. Though I'm not too positive if that will happen. You know, college isn't for everybody sometimes, but I'd rather try it out here with the Little Priest Tribal College so that I don't just jump into a big university and then waste a lot of money and not even like it or enjoy it. So I think this will be a really good fit for me. Any questions? No?
What was your favorite part of the experience?
I would say the Wajoki programs, they showed me a lot about how they help a lot of new families. I know that there's a lot of people that have a hard time during their pregnancies or even after. That's a big thing in my family. My family is really big, so that's just something that's really interesting. Yes? It took me about a semester of school. Everything really came to me really easily. A lot of my family members are in nursing, so it's kind of just been around me. But yeah, it took me about a semester, and I've got my CNA December of 24. Any other questions? No? Okay, I want to thank everyone that I've gotten a chance to work with also, and for everybody putting this on to help all of us get this experience. Yeah.
Good job, Javiana. And then we like to offer the opportunity to the site supervisor to say a couple words about their apprentice. So Felicia, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Anything you want to say on behalf of WCHS for your apprentice?
All right. Just so everybody knows, I wasn't the actual site supervisor. So my name's Felicia Masquat. I'm the Health Promotions Educational Director. And kind of a little bit of a background is I have been a part of Ho Chunk Inc. some years ago for 11 years. And I supervised and did everything for the summer internship program, so it's really good to actually see some of the past interns. Like Willie Bass was an intern of mine, so was Aaron. So to see them grow and be successful is actually pretty emotional for me. But it's really good to be a part of this because before I start working for the Winnebago Public Health Department, it was just a draft of what the apprentice program is. So to see it in full circle and see how much it's grown in the past 5 years, because I've been a part of it each year, we've had one apprentice. But this year we did it different. Mona Savante, who is my supervisor, took the lead on this to get most of our directors a part of the apprentice. So she actually had, you know, maybe a few weeks or a week with almost every single health department director. And I thought that was really awesome that we all got to be a part of her learning experience. She was very respectful. She got all the projects done. I got to do her evaluation, and all the directors had nothing but great things to say about her. And to see some of the things that she wants to do in the future, I didn't get to see her presentation until today. So I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of everybody. I also got the opportunity to do a presentation for the apprentice, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was about goal setting, and we did a dream board. So I'm always willing to come back and still continue to support Ho Chunks Inc.'s efforts for our youth, for our college students. And I'm gonna cut it short because I'm getting emotional being up here. I wasn't expecting to speak, so thank you, everybody. Thank you, Willie, Terry, Caden. I appreciate all your guys' hard work.
Thank you, Felicia. Okay. All right, moving right along. Last but certainly not least, we'll have Aiden Armel, and he was with the Big Voice Radio. So Aiden, if you want to take the stage. I just want to make one fun comment. When I rehearsed with the students on Friday, they all did a really good job. Some of them were kind of nervous, but once they got up there, I was like, you guys are going to do just a good job. But I was really drilling them on using field-specific language during their presentation and try to eliminate like, oh, stuff, or we did that. Like, no, use things like build or construct or, all the IT. We didn't have IT apprentice, but use IT language. Like, that way you kind of, shows them that you picked up on a few new words or field-specific language. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny. But with that, I'll turn it over to Aiden.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you. Are you guys ready for the showstopper? All right, today I'm going to be talking about my time and my experience working at the Big Voice Radio as an apprentice. My name is Aiden Armel. I'm a senior at Winnebago High School. I am 18 years old now. I'm a member of the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska. I'm a member of the Bear Clan. I do not have an indigenous name yet. Some of my out-of-school hobbies are gardening, drawing, watching MMA, listening to music. So, yeah. Little fun. They told me I had a smile, so I did. Yeah. My placement information, I was sent down to the Winnebago Indian News office. It's right by YCIC and higher education, that type of area. My supervisor is Bethany Redhorn. A little more about the Big Voice. The Big Voice is about like media and the newspaper. So, yeah. Some of my responsibilities at the Big Voice were setting up filming and recording equipment, recording my episodes. I'm super nervous right now, but I would make scripts like this. This was for my episode 5, I think, where I just put down a track list of what songs I want to be put on the radio. I have my own section on the radio. It's called Baby Bison Beats at KWTN 100.9 FM radio. After I got done writing my script, I would record it on Audition. I would record the mix and then my lines for my track. Then I would edit it in an Audition, then I would turn it into Bethany. Key lessons I learned from this: learning to live with my voice. I've been able to speak very more proudly, I guess. That was a key learning moment at the Big Voice. When I first started, I barely knew how to talk into the microphone. I was like this, and now I'm able to speak real loud. All right, another key lesson I learned was problem solving. So sometimes Audition would just act a fool, It would make these weird buzzing noises. So there was times where I would try to brute force and try to figure it out on my own. Then sometimes I would ask help from my supervisor or Garen or anyone who was in the office at the time. So. Then being on time is a very important thing. I need to turn in my scripts and my tracks by Monday, right? The best moments working at the Big Voice. Does this work? All right. This was a promo I made. Bethany sat me down and was like, all right, you're going to go on Canva and you're going to make this promo. And I was like, sweet. So I worked on this. I made this all by myself. All right. Then my second favorite moment was the last day celebration. I didn't have time to put that in there, but they recorded it. They're basically sending me off, saying how much they appreciated me working there, and they gave me a gift of headphones, which I appreciate. Then my favorite moment working at the Big Voice was making a podcast called Voices of Tomorrow. Alright. There we go. Alright. This is a little snippet of our podcast.
If you could photograph or film any celebrity every day, who would it be?
I could photograph or film anybody living their dead. Probably Michael Jackson, Ghana, the Chiefs. Yeah.
What's your favorite song about Michael Jackson?
Shoot, many great songs. Go like song. I'm just not a fan of my defense, but she's popular, so I'm trying to get that
Just any
Smooth Criminal, that's my favorite.
Alright, what about you, Dave? Probably Abraham Lincoln. You're a man. Read this letter, right? Nothing to stop that. Really mad.
Alright. That was with the Kodak group. Bethany wanted me to try this new thing out of Voices of Tomorrow, and I was like, heck yeah, Bethany, I want to do that. So she pulled some strings, got Kodak to do a podcast with me with their apprentice workers. All right, now for my future/academic goals. I plan on getting a job during the summer, maybe with the Big Voice, probably, hopefully. Yeah. All right. Then I plan on going to Wayne State for about 2 years. Then I think I'm going to transfer to UNO. I'm going to probably double major in art and then agriculture. So. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Any questions? You right there.
What was the hardest thing for you throughout your apprenticeship? That was mad with the Big Voice.
Oh man, it was when the software wouldn't work, and it just frustrated me so hard because there'd be some days where you guys weren't there, and I was just like, oh gosh, dude, it just made me mad. All right, Bana.
I've never seen you speak like this in front of people.
Yeah.
What did your supervisor do?
She cast a spell on me now. I don't know. It was just, practicing talking, script writing, talking to a mic really helps, So, any more questions?
Who are your favorite people to work with?
Probably Bethany, to be honest. She was probably the closest person I worked with. Those, Garen, where is he? Ah, there you are. Shout out Garen, shout out Kevin, shout out Tyler. Trading, nah. Alright. Any more questions? Nah? Alright.
Good job, Aiden. Okay, so that wraps up the student presentation piece of the program, and I think they all did a really good job. Let's give all the apprentices a round of applause. And then I want to give the Big Voice staff or the supervisor if they want to say anything about Aiden.
So hello everybody, my name is Bethany Redhorn. I am the Winnebago Indian News editor. I've been with our department since 2020 and I recently came on as the editor. And so Aiden came on in a time where I was transitioning, still learning my role and stuff, and so I appreciated him working with me. The best thing about it was he came in so reserved and just quiet to himself. But he was always very teachable. He was always willing to learn. We did a lot of hands-on where I just kind of worked with him, and that was very brief though because he learned it really quick. He got everything down pat pretty quickly, and he was editing on his own. He was recording on his own. He was working on the promotions, and we even got to the point where we were putting out video promotions of him. And so I just enjoyed working with all the apprentices and with Aiden and seeing the growth throughout the semester, seeing how boisterous he was this afternoon. So I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of all of you apprentices. I got to work with Kaven as well for the fall. And so seeing all of your presentations and seeing how excited you all are and seeing how much the apprenticeship helped you, set the tone for your future and give you a better idea of what you want to do with your future. I think that's really amazing and awesome. And I just want to add, we've been with the apprenticeship program for a few years now, and so Jordana actually introduced me into the apprenticeship program, and we had started out with Marlon and Morgan. They graduated a couple years back, a few years ago, and that's how Baby Bison Beats was born. And Tylee Chilson, she came on and she carried that over, and we also had Zane Bassett, and then Kaven, and then Aiden. And so I really appreciate the opportunity to work with our youth, and I think that this program is really beneficial for our community. And so just wanted to share that, and then shout out to Aiden for giving me so many props.
Awesome. Thank you, Bethany. Thank you, Garen, to you and your team and the Big Voice for being a good partner with the program. So, and shout out to all the other hosting work sites and for your partnership. Really does make a lasting impact. Okay, so next on agenda, can I see that? Yep. I don't know where mine went. Okay, so again, that concludes the student presentations, and then now we're going to go into the presentation of the awards. Each student will receive a certificate of completion that outlines the 10 high school credits, and it's also signed by the program managers. And then, actually, can I just turn this over to you, and then you want to just maybe describe what they're receiving?
Okay.
Whatever you want to say.
Yeah, so thank you, Willie. We're going into the presentation of the awards. I'll just kind of read what the certificate says. The certificate is presented to so-and-so, and then it shows their work site. And the little description says, for the successful completion of the apprenticeship program and in honor of being awarded 10 high school credits for the 2026 spring semester. And then it has the 3 program managers' signatures and then today's date. So, and they also receive an incentive check from the tribe, and I don't know how much it is. The kids keep asking me throughout the semester how much they're receiving, and I tell them time after time I don't have no connection with that. But the Pony Express kindly donated some gas vouchers for the parents and guardians, and if the kids also drove out here too. And so thank you to the Pony Express and the Winnebago tribe for that. So so once I call your guys' name, you'll come up here, receive your check and your certificate. Make sure you sign your name over here on this left-hand side. And we're gonna do individual pictures. And how I got them placed up is site after site. So you guys will do an individual picture, stay up here and get your group picture for your work site. And then at the end, we'll do one big group photo. So I'll start off with the Wildlife and Parks team. Cassius Snowball. Demetrius Walker. Elijah Whitebear. Dan, you want to do the pictures? Yeah. Either or is fine. Yeah. Rockman Free Bass. Alrighty, so we'll transition to the next site, Ho Chunk Construction. So first we have Ricarda Little Walker. Sign. Aaron Hewlett. Congrats. Jared Doxey. Drayden Rave. Next site, we have the Wodak Youth Organization, and we have Caven Harden. Josiah Morgan. Okay. We have the Big Voice Radio and Aiden Armel. And last, we have the Winnebago Comprehensive Health Care System, Javiana Chavez. Okay. Now that they're finishing up, we'll start off with some closing remarks. If Mr. Bono wants to come join me up here, we'll just have a few words for the semester. I'll just start us off. Another great group of apprentices. Get some new faces. Some of them leave the program, but they're always good to work with. It gets to know them and kind of develop them into adults. It's kind of like their little start to their adulthood. And I always see a lot of potential in them. Either if they're going into college, going into the workforce, I always try to steer them in the right direction because they always have questions, some about life and don't know what to do once they get out of high school. But always a great group of kids to work with. This is the last semester for the ones that have been in it for 4 semesters, because the school transitioned it from juniors and seniors into seniors only. So for the ones that have been with me for a while, it was good to work with you guys. And the ones that had short term, still good. I got to get close with you guys, and hope you guys do good in your careers and lives after high school.
A very good group of kids, I really got to say it. They really are. And like I said, the transformation for Aiden at Big Voice is just incredible. I said the things they learn out there is invaluable. I don't think any one of you won't succeed with whatever you decide to do in life, whether it be military or nursing or teaching or having fun in Wildlife Rock. Go do it. Great group. I'm glad everybody helps out. It's a great program. And maybe if things keep going well, we can go back to maybe juniors, but we have so many kids right now, it's pretty much just seniors. So, but Caden does an amazing job, and so do all of you. So I think Caden deserves a round of applause.
Thank you. So now with that being said, that brings our ceremony to a close. And before we start heading out, I just want the apprentices to come up here. We're going to do one big group photo, and we'll have Jerry here. He'll kind of guide everyone, and that also leads to the parents and guardians. If you guys would like a group photo, you're more than welcome to take it. And after we're done, you guys can take your photos as well with the background. So. Yep. Oh yeah, and I just want to give a shout out to Kay Earth and Kelsey Decora on the decorations here. They made it, so thank you guys.